Alejandro Garnacho's blockbuster move to Chelsea and Xavi Simons' shock switch to Tottenham have redrawn the Premier League's battle lines, while Newcastle's €90 million gamble on a towering German striker signals their intent to stay competitive. Christopher Nkunku's imminent departure to AC Milan and Robert Lewandowski's rejection of a Saudi fortune underscore the high stakes, with every club racing to reshape their future before the clock runs out. From record-breaking signings to seismic exits, this window is a crucible where legacies are forged, and the drama is unrelenting. Chelsea have pulled off a coup, officially signing Manchester United's Alejandro Garnacho for £40 million plus, a 10% sale-on clause, marking United's fourth highest sale ever, and their biggest for an academy graduate. The 21-year-old Argentine, who rejected Bayern Munich, Napoli, and Saudi clubs, has arrived in London for a medical and will sign a 7-year contract until 2032, per The Guardian. Frozen out by Ruben Amorim after a fallout, Garnacho's move to Stamford Bridge, where he's set to be unveiled before Chelsea's clash with Fulham, is the Blues' ninth signing of a hectic summer. His flair and tenacity make him a cornerstone of Enzo Maresca's rebuild, a statement of intent for a club shedding stars like Raheem Sterling, who's now a target for Fulham and West Ham. Fulham, wary of Chelsea's £10 to £15 million demands, are playing the waiting game, hoping for a late window discount, while Sterling trains separately, his future in limbo. Tottenham, meanwhile, have stolen a march on Chelsea, securing RB Leipzig's Xavi Simons for £51.8 million in a deal finalized today. Per transfer, the 22-year-old Dutch playmaker, who skipped training to jet to London for a medical, has signed a contract to become Spurs' record transfer. Initially destined for Chelsea, where he openly expressed admiration, Simons was sidelined as the Blues pivoted to Barcelona. S.A. Fermin Lopez. Tottenham's Thomas Frank, seizing the moment, sees Simons as a versatile no-10 or winger to replace the injured James Maddison, bringing lightning-fast decision-making and creativity to their Champions League push. Sky Germany notes Spurs' swift move capitalized on Chelsea's hesitation, with Leipzig's warm relations from Timo Werner's loan smoothing the deal. Simons' debut at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium looms, heralding a new era for a club determined to compete at the elite level. Newcastle have made a seismic splash, signing Stuttgart's 198cm striker Nick Woltemade for €85 million plus €5 million in bonuses, a club record deal that outmaneuvered Bayern Munich. Marked, the German, dubbed the unique number 9 in the Bundesliga for his aerial dominance and playmaking ability, has signed until 2030 and is undergoing a medical in England. Eddie Howe sees Woltemade as the ideal replacement for Alexander Isak, whose refusal to train or play signals his intent to force a £130 million move to Liverpool. Newcastle's swift action reflects their urgency to fill the void left by Isak, who's pushing for Anfield, and the injured Callum Wilson. Liverpool's initial £110 million offer was rebuffed, but a second bid with enhanced bonuses is ready, though the Reds are reluctant to meet Newcastle's £150 million valuation. Meanwhile, Newcastle are eyeing Brentford's Jon Wissa to add depth, having cooled on Wolves' Jurgen Strand Larsen, whose £75 million price tag proved too steep. Woltemade's arrival is a bold step to maintain Newcastle's European ambitions, but Isak's potential exit could redefine their season. AC Milan are on the verge of a major coup, nearing a €30 to £40 million permanent deal for Chelsea's Christopher Nkunku. Per Fabrizio Romano, the 27-year-old Frenchman, who hasn't played under Maresca this season after just 9 Premier League starts last term, has agreed terms with the Rossoneri Milan, desperate for attacking versatility after failed talks for Victor Boniface and Conrad Lamer. See Nkunku as a flexible no-10 winger or second striker for Massimiliano Allegri's system. Chelsea's £52 million signing from RB Leipzig in 2023 never found his footing, and his exit will fund their pursuit of Barcelona. S.A. Fermin Lopez. The 22-year-old midfielder, once committed to staying at Camp Nou, is now open to a €70 to £75 million move to Chelsea, who promise him a starring role and a hefty salary bump. Barcelona, under financial strain, may relent if the offer nears €90 million, per sources, as Hansi Flick grapples with midfield depth and club debts. Milan are also targeting Manchester City's Manuel Akanji, a Champions League winning defender sidelined by Pep Guardiola, with Galatasaray's £15 million deal stalled. Milan's inquiry could lead to a strategic signing to pair with Fikayo Tomori, bolstering their defense as they aim to reclaim Serie A glory. Robert Lewandowski has turned down staggering €100 million per season offers from Saudi Pro League clubs, prioritizing his legacy at Barcelona. Per his agent Piniza, the 36-year-old Pole, who scored 42 goals last season, including 27 in La Liga, remains committed to the Champions League and his contract until 2026. Saudi clubs may return when he becomes a free agent. But for now, Lewandowski's focus is on etching his name deeper into Barca's history. Elsewhere, Aston Villa are closing in on re-signing Marco Asensio from PSG for €15 to €20 million. With Unai Emery pushing for the Spaniard's return after his 8 goals and 1 assist in 21 matches last season. Benfica have secured Georgi Sudakov for €27 million plus €5 million in bonuses. The 22-year-old midfielder set to don the number .10 shirt in Lisbon. Galatasaray, meanwhile, are emerging as a European force, splashing €120 million on Victor Osimhen, Wilfried Singo, and others. With potential moves for Akanji and Edson Alvarez pushing their budget toward €170 million. The Trent Alexander-Arnold saga adds a twist of drama. After leaving Liverpool for Real Madrid, the 27-year-old is struggling. Benched by Dani Carvajal and criticized by the Spanish press as not at the Madrid level. Manchester City, sensing an opportunity, are eyeing him as Kyle Walker's successor, a potential move that would stun Anfield and add a Netflix-worthy chapter to his journey. Liverpool, meanwhile, are pressing for Crystal Palace's Mark Guehi Imbam $35 to $40 million to partner Virgil van Dijk, with Ibrahima Konate eyeing a 2026 free move to Real Madrid. They've also identified Bayern's Michael Olise as Mohamed Salah's 2026 heir, setting up a future battle with Chelsea and City. As the window's final hours loom, the football world is on edge. Garnacho's Chelsea switch, Simons, Tottenham coup, Newcastle's towering gamble, Nkunku's Milan lifeline, and Lewandowski's Saudi snub are just the beginning. Each deal is a high-stakes bet, with clubs racing to seize glory or risk regret. What's your take on this transfer frenzy? Will Garnacho light up Stamford Bridge? Can Simons transform Spurs? And who wins the Isak saga? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for every twist before the window slams shut.